Tyrese Gibson has announced that Four Brothers the sequel is officially in the making, and it seems to us that Mark Wahlberg has accepted to return and reprise his role as Bobby Four Brothers 2. But where did all of this come from? Well, it came from Tyrese Gibson, and the whole thing started way back in 2017. Does that mean that the movie was in the works since 2017? Well, we can't tell you that for sure, because Paramount Pictures has never released any official announcements and statements regarding the sequel of Four Brothers.
Yeah, get him, Jerry.
What the hell you doing?
Come on, the gorgeous black lady, Nitro and Mint.
Nevertheless, Gibson posted a photo of Four Brothers on his Instagram account on December 1st, 2017, and he captioned it, "Paramount has officially greenlit a sequel to Four Brothers, no lies here, lol. It's all over the net, the script is almost done to the sequel, and it's magic. Gonna be cool as hell just getting back with the crew. Hashtag Detroit, give me 4 favorite quotes from the movie. Go." The photo received exactly 301,138 likes, which tells us people want this video. On top of that, the fans went berserk in the comments, which tells us only one thing: people want this movie to happen. That being said, Tyrese Gibson didn't give us any updates since then. Well, that's not entirely true. He did update us with another post in 2020, but this one was a little different. Before we tell you more about the sequel of Four Brothers, let's do a quick recap of the 2005 movie. It all started with a sweet old lady by the name of Evelyn Mercer. Evelyn is a single mother that smashed that like button just like you should do if you haven't done so already. But no, in all seriousness, Evelyn Mercer adopted 4 delinquent boys. They all came from different families, but as time went on, these 4 boys became inseparable. Well, when they were all grown up and out of the house, their mother, Evelyn, was murdered at a convenience store in Michigan. At first, the police thought that this was an accident. The armed robbers wanted to take the cash inside the register, but instead they wound up killing Mrs. Mercer. As the 4 boys reunited for their mother's funeral, they found out that the reality was much different. So Bobby, the oldest, Jeremiah, the second oldest, Angel, the 4th oldest, and the youngest, Jack, are out on a quest to find out who killed their mother and make them pay. They chase down the false witness to the police, and they quickly find out that there was a hit put on their mother. After a short search, they find the 2 hitmen that killed Mrs. Evelyn Mercer. Before Bobby killed them, they interrogated the pair, but they refused to tell them who was behind the murder. Lieutenant Green confronts the 4 brothers the next day about the murder and tells them to stay away from this case. Later, Jeremiah tells everyone that this construction company is failing because they refused to do gang lord Victor Sweet's bidding.
Get over there right now.
He's gonna end up dead.
Ma'am, slow it down again.
And this isn't even his fight. It's his stupid brother's fault.
As a result, his business was nearing bankruptcy. Jeremiah took the money the 4 brothers received from the life insurance policy and he used it for his daughters. Since he was the only one taking care of his mother while she was alive and paying her bills, he took the money. After this fiasco was over, the brothers got attacked by Victor Sweet's men. In the gunfight, Jack was wounded. Before the air cleared and they killed Victor's henchmen, Jack bled to death, but the plot thickens. Lieutenant Green finds the brothers and tells them that their mother filed a report against Sweet. Instead of confidently handing over the report to a different department, Detective Fowler, a friend of Green's, gave the complaint directly to Victor Sweet. This explains the attack at the convenience store, and it explains. Green then confronts Detective Fowler at a bar and informs Fowler that he knows Fowler gave Mrs. Mercer's report to Victor Sweet. Fowler denies it, but in the ensuing fight, Fowler kills Green. He then frames 2 African-American men for the murder. In the meantime, the brothers are devising a plan. The remaining $400,000 they received from the life insurance is going to be used to buy off Victor Sweet. But they don't know what happened with Fowler and Green. Fowler attacks Angel, admitting to killing Green, and hears the sirens in the background, thinking they're coming from Angel.
You hear that? You know what that is? That's a damn beautiful sound. Those are my boys coming.
Right here, Angel reveals the wire he's been hiding under his shirt. Fowler realizes that the police are after him, and they have evidence that could incriminate him.
Other than the ones I got outside right now in the van, listening to every bit of our conversation. Brother.
In a last attempt to get away from the cops, he points a gun at Angel's head and threatens to kill him. But the police kill Fowler before he gets the chance to kill Angel. Jeremiah and Sweet meet over the frozen lake St. Clair. He tells Sweet about his plan to kill him, and the $400,000 was just a bribe to get him to meet with Jeremiah. In reality, the $400,000 was intended for his henchmen, who are gonna help Bobby and Jeremiah kill Sweet. Just as they finish talking, Bobby attacks Sweet. The 2 brawl on the frozen lake, but Bobby manages to subdue him. Sweet's henchmen then dump him into the frozen lake, where he dies. Even though the movie wasn't one of the biggest Hollywood successes, we thought the story was really interesting. Also, with a measly budget of $30 million, the movie managed to smash the subscribe button just like you should do if you haven't done so already. But no, seriously now, the movie managed to bring in $92.5 million at the box office. It's not Avengers Endgame, but it's 3 times the initial capital. So is it any wonder Tyrese Gibson posted another photo of the former cast with the caption 5 brothers coming soon? Our beloved mother Evelyn Mercer took in a lot of at-risk youth over the 40 years of her running a foster home. Script is in the oven right now, good vibes. Okay, is it just us, or is Tyrese Gibson doing this just for attention? We haven't heard anything from the other cast members or Paramount Pictures, so what's the deal? Are they actually working on a new movie, and will they find a 5th long-lost brother that they never knew they had? Seems to us like the movie hasn't really been in production since 2017. And just this year, Mark Wahlberg and Tyrese had a reunion together. Wahlberg captioned the post, "Angel and Bobby back together again." R.I.P. John Singleton, and he followed that with 3 hearts, presumably for all 3 of them, along with the hashtags #4brothers. Although no official news has been released yet, all of these Instagram posts make us think that they're officially working on the sequel to 4 Brothers.
Mostly some quick sticks and some tight passing. It's too cold, man. I ain't come all the way back out here to go play no hockey.
Of course, they're gonna have to find a new director since John Singleton passed away recently, but other than that, we'd love to see Bobby, Angel, and Jeremiah pick up where they left off in the first movie. We're pretty sure they can find enough drama and action for another movie. The movie title will probably have to change a little bit since now there are gonna be 3 brothers, but that isn't necessarily the case. If they find out Mrs. Mercer had another child she had been hiding from them, this could bring the old title back.
Too weird in Mom's room?
Oh, man. Way too weird.
After all, we know that Tyrese Gibson is definitely on board, and it seems like Mark Wahlberg is going to be reprising his role yet again. As for André 3000, we haven't heard anything from him, but we don't think he'll decline the opportunity to work with his old brothers on another movie.
Shoot up, man. Watching the game. Come on. Little woman.
Get him, Jerry.
Try it one more time.
Sadly, Garrett Hedlund, who played Jack, will probably not be returning to the sequel since he got killed in the first season. The same goes for Chiwetel Ejiofor, who played Victor Sweet, Josh Charles, who portrayed Detective Farley, Terrence Howard, who played the role of Lieutenant Green, and many others that died in the first movie. There's no release date and there's no IMDb sign, but Tyrese Gibson keeps talking that it's official, so we're going to be keeping a close eye on his Instagram account, hoping to catch more news about the sequel to 4 Brothers. See you in the next video.